Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about my Wild Rhino boots. These are the Nash boots that they have in the brown leather. As you can tell, they're nice and shiny and looking brand new. That's because I cleaned them and conditioned and moisturized and gave them some nice anti-wet spray and everything and made them look nice for the video, because we'll get into this in a second. There's some really good components about these boots that I absolutely love. Things that I definitely want in my next pair or whatever I decide to go forward with, which I have an idea which I'll go through at the end of this video. So don't just think these are the last boots I'll have and this is the last video I talk about these boots, because there is a lot to come in the future regarding these boots and possibly some new boots that are coming in the mail. So if you like my content, you like what I'm talking about, you like that I rant and yap and talk for 30 minutes, even though half my comments are like, this could have been a 5-minute video, this could have been an email. If you like that I'm a ranter and a raver and my mind's all over the place, then please consider liking, subscribing, commenting down below that you like it, because I'm getting sick of the comments saying that I yap too much. I know, I say it in every video, shockers. So let's finally get into this video. Starting off, the first thing I want to talk about is the leather of these boots. So the leather of these boots is actually held up really well. Like, I can't fault a single thing with the leather on these boots. I have worn these for 4 months and I do, let's say, I do, so if I wear these 10 hours a day, and I do 5 days a week, that's 50 hours. I've had them for 4 months. That's a lot of wear time. I've also worn them occasionally when I've gone out and I've done things with family or friends. I've worn these boots. So there's also been some outside of work wear time as well. So these boots are very well worn in. And the leather has held up really well. I'm always, as you can see, I'm always bumping these boots into things and grazing them and causing issues. And even on the second pair here, like look at that, like the front of them are just all messed up, all looking rugged and smashed up and banged up. But that's the good thing about these boots, is they're not so overly expensive that I don't want to wear them, but they're also at a good price point where I know I'm getting decent quality. When I say decent, we're going on to the next thing, which is the sole. Okay, I don't know where to start with this, but I think we'll start with the worst part of the sole, which is this here. So if you look at that, it's all completely come apart. If you look underneath, like, it's actually splitting, like it's all the glue that holds it has completely come apart. Yeah, it's not great. I've been kind of gluing them just to keep them together until I decide what I can do with them. Like, even there, it's falling apart. Along here, oh yeah, here you can see there's glue. This was all splitting and coming apart. It must be the glue they're using for these boots or something, because this is kind of the same thing that happened with those rod and gun boots. Like, it's starting to happen on this boot as well. On this side, it's all starting to just split and come apart. Yeah, and that was all this here was splitting and coming apart as well. So yeah, it is really disappointing. Quite upsetting, because I do really love these boots. But it's just the problem that the sole is rubber, and the moment the rubber comes in contact with water, comes in contact with long time wearness, rubbing up against things, bumping, it tends to fail really quick. Rubber likes to go hard and brittle and then just start breaking, and the glue as well. The glue, because we live in such a hot country, wearing them through summer, outside pushing trolleys, what happens? It's in the heat, you're on hot asphalt, it's like the glue by the end of the day is like water. There's no glue holding it together. Another disappointing thing is on the inside of these boots. It's gonna be really hard to show. Let me get a really good zoom on this and get it right in that light. So if you look at the back of the boot, that's the inner material of the boot. So we're looking at the actual inside of the boot here. It has shedded away where my heel rubs against it. So it's shedded away where my heel rubs against it, which is just not great because it's super uncomfortable. But it's not that big of a deal when you got big thick socks on. Yeah, the tongue has held up really well. The sides aren't an issue. It's literally just that back portion that has the inner sole. I know on the Rod and Gun that it had pretty much just crumbled away. It was just dirt sitting in there. This actual inner sole is still squishy and it's still actually holding up. Like, it's not dissolving or anything. If you look at this boot, it's pretty much the exact same issue. That's come apart, but nowhere else has this issue. It's just that back portion, and the inner sole in this has also held up really well. So these are really, really good boots. The leather is amazing. It's got this really good material on the back, which I absolutely love. Like, just this material around here is really, really good. I really like that. The bottoms have really good grip. They've been holding up really well. Same as on this one. No issues with that yet. I'm hoping there won't be any issues that are going to be coming from anywhere else except those side parts of the sole. But I have a plan. So there's this company near me, like a really good shoe repair place, which, side note, Australia has no shoe repair places. There's like Mr. Minute that just do basic like shoe repairs. There's really no companies, but I'm lucky there's one that's about 30 minutes away from me. So after Easter, I'm going to be taking these boots into there and I'm going to be getting new soles put on them. I'm thinking of paying a little bit extra and getting something really good, slapping that on there, and then these will become my everyday wear boots. So not my work boots, I bought new ones for that, which will be coming in a video once they arrive. I'm so excited for that. And then these will be becoming my everyday wear boots. On weekends and going out and doing stuff, I'll be wearing these because they're so comfy and I'm used to them. I've worn them in, that I don't have to worry about what shoes I have to put on if I'm going out with friends, or you know, if we end up going for a walk or something. I know I have something reliable on my feet that'll work, and I'll have really good soles put on the bottom, and then they will become the perfect boot. I have bought new boots that'll be my work boots that will be coming in the future, and I'm really excited for them because it took me about a month to pick a pair of boots and for the right size to come in, and I finally have them coming in, and I'm super excited for them. And it's gonna be really cool. I have a lot of stuff coming up. I have holidays coming up. I have a big photography thing that I'm gonna be doing on the weekend. I'm really excited. This year's gonna be a big year, but it'll be good to know that when I go on my holidays and when I go out and do these big photography shoots and everything, that I will have good boots on. I won't be stressing thinking, oh my god, I'm wearing these cheap Chinese knockoff boots and I just feel that my foot's about to pop out the side. Another thing is, I've noticed this when I walk, is if you notice here, this side bulges out a lot. And that's just because the way I walk, you can see where my pinky toe sits. That's where my pinky toe sits and the side of my foot. When I walk, my foot slides to the left and pushes outwards, which causes this where the leather creates a shape of your foot. And that puts a lot of pressure on that side bit of the heel there. I don't know, it's just something that I do when I walk. I'm not sure if that affects what's going on down here. I'm thinking this is just when I'm walking or something, my heel's twisting or something's happening, but it's also happening on the other boot. So I'm thinking it's an error with the actual rubber, where the rubber is splitting and coming apart. But it's alright. I knew I was gonna have to resole these boots when I first got them, just because I was looking at the rubber going, ooh, that's not gonna last very long. It's just straight, like, glued on bits of like cheap Chinese rubber. But it's okay. I knew I was gonna do it. I put it into the budget for boots and it's okay. So it's been 4 months. This is the state of the boots. Now, I'm gonna just put it as I've been wearing these boots for a really long freaking time, and I've been doing a lot of hours, a lot of walking. My job is pretty much basically walk from this point to this point to this point, go back to that first point to this point to this point, work to the second point, third point, first point. It's just between like 3 points, and it's just back and forward the whole day. If you've got good boots, you like your boots, you're comfortable in your boots, you can't complain. These new ones I've got that are coming, I'm really excited for, because they have pretty much the same sole, but there's an extra bit of stripping around this part here, which I'm really excited for, because with the issue I've been having, I don't know if it's just as like a decorative thing or not, but I don't know, it's more of a peace of mind thing for me. So it has a bit of stripping that goes along there and connects the heel to here, which I'm wondering if they did because they had issues with that certain, you know, this exact certain thing happening, where it's been completely splitting away and actually cracking along the whole heel of the boot. If that's what actually stops it from happening, then I'm completely happy with that. I'm not going to complain. Positive of these boots are great leather. The material around the back is phenomenal. It's held up against me smacking it into countless things every single day. The sole, the inner sole where your bottom of your foot sits, inner sole, hasn't dissolved. It's still in perfect condition. It's still squishy and soft to walk on. The stitching has held up. The zips have held up. I have noticed on the lasers that they are fraying a little bit, but that's to be expected. They're shoelaces. I don't really have an issue with that. I'll just buy new shoelaces. They're like cheap as hell, so nothing to complain about. The bottom of the actual sole has stayed grippy. It's held its form. It hasn't split or cracked or anything yet. Maybe in the future it will, but as of now, you know, between the 4 to 5 month period, it's still fine. Now, the bads about these boots are the sole around the side will split and come apart and crack and break, and it will split from the leather portion of the boot, and the back part of that material part on the inside will come apart where your heel rubs against the boot. But again, if you're wearing thick socks, that's not an issue. It shouldn't happen. So I'm a little disappointed about that, because it shouldn't be happening. But again, it's not that big of a deal. I can just ask them to fix that when I take my boots in. Maybe they can add something extra, just a patch over it or something, just to add a little bit of extra comfort. But other than that, these boots have been really, really good. I give them like a solid 7.5 out of 10. That's my final rating for these boots, is 7.5 out of 10. My rod and guns were a 1 out of 10 because they split in every possible way. All the stitching broke, all the glue let go, the sole pretty much dissolved and fell apart. The inner sole was just nothing. I had to put new soles inside of it. There was nothing to the boots by the end. They were framed fake leather with, it was terrible. They were 1 out of 10. These are a 7.5 out of 10, and I'm really hoping the new boots that come in will be even better than these. I'm actually gonna wrap this up here super quick. Also, if you noticed, I've changed up my studio again. That's why the last few videos I've done were out of my living room, not in here, because I've been moving things around and organizing and tidying, and I really like this setup. I still have more stuff to come for in the cupboard here, but I will be doing a full cupboard camera equipment tour once it's all finalized and finished, and I'm actually really excited for that. I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all for coming out and watching. Again, if you like my content, if you like watching the stuff that I make, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting that you like it or you dislike it, or giving feedback. Just don't be a douche, don't be rude, don't be mean. If you're gonna say something, say it nicely. Don't be like, can someone tell this guy how to do low exposure? Watch the video, dude. You know who I'm talking to. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Happy Easter to everyone. It's Easter right now. I'm actually filming on Good Friday, the 3rd. So happy Easter everyone. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.